when your grandma has been trained by a professional baseballer. Yeah, they're cute. I like cows. Hello and welcome to Roadtip. My name is Josh, or Joshua if you want to pronounce it the long way, that's fine too. And I thought I'd make a short little introduction video of three things essentially. Who am I? What is Roadtip? And well, what do I want to do? Firstly, who am I? Like I said, my name is Josh. You can call me Joshua too, but that's longer. Sorry. And well, currently I'm 27 years old and I live in a very small town in the southeast of the Netherlands. And I like this place because it's, well, it's quiet. Quiet. It's also green and honestly it's quite lovely. But that's not the clue of this channel. See, the clue of this channel is to explore. Exploration can be anywhere, and I decided that I'm going to do that in and around Europe. Another place too if this thing catches on, but I'm not sure about that yet. It's all a bit of a gamble if I'm honest. So, what is Roadtip? Well, my life has essentially been revolving around cars and stories. And that's it, if I'm honest. Just cars, just stories. And just in the back of me there, well, not in the back of me, that's weird. Behind me there's my little thing. It is a Ford Fiesta ST. It's a 2020 model, which means it's got a chain and not an engine that goes boom boom whenever it wants to go. Which is good, because this will be my mode of transport to go all around Europe and other places if this thing catches on. Not sure yet. Car coming now, sorry about that. Oh, it was a van actually. It was a van, that's nice. Anyway. I started a road trip because, well, essentially the job that I do for a living every single day gave me an inspiration. Now, you might be wondering yourself, Josh, what do you do for a living? Good question, mate. I am an automotive journalist, which is something I've always dreamed about. It's always something that I've aspired to be. And it's something that great people like Chris Harris, Henry Catchpole, and obviously Richard Hammond, James May, and Jeremy Clarkson. I've watched those guys since forever, and it's always been essentially my childhood. Now that I'm 27 years old, I actually get to do the job that those guys lived for however long that they do it already. And that gave me an idea. See, the trips and the introduction that you get to go to as a journalist type of person, they're amazing. And in doing so, people often ask me, like genuinely they did ask me a lot, how did you get to do it? Where do I sign up? Well, here is where you sign up. On this channel, I'll take you along road trips with some great cars, some great food, and well, some great roads, because that's what you need to drive a car. The idea is create a videotaped Michelin list, but then affordable. Hello, cow. And more cows. Now that we're on the roads, I'd like to tell you one or two things about the car. Again, as I said, it's a 2020 Ford Fiesta ST model, which means it's got the 1.5 cylinder 1.5 liters 3-cylinder engine. But you get the idea, I think. This one though isn't standard, as you might be able to tell from the carbon fiber steering wheel. And from the B-roll you could have seen it also got a carbon fiber manual shift knob thing. Now, living in the southeast of Netherlands, it's like I said, it's a tiny village, and it's a place where it's most of the time quite green and nice. It's always very quiet and lovely, and it's a place where old people, especially old ladies, will judge you before even knowing you, and old men think they will always work hard and have worked harder than anyone else in the world will ever have worked. So it's just like any village in the world, really. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Essentially, this goal is to show you guys great restaurants that are affordable, great roads to drive your precious little 4 wheels or 2 wheels thing on. And if somehow this kind of thing works, I love to take other cars too. From companies, that is. Or just lend me your car, that's fine too. I'll trash it. No need to worry about that. Done. Yeah. Ooh, an Aston Martin. Illegal maneuver, go. I'm not sure if the camera is picking that up, but I think that is a DBS. That is generally one of my dream cars, and I'm going to take a look. Now that is DBS, and it is on a lovely spec. Carbon ceramic brakes, carbon fiber package, red interior, and I think that's Quantum of Solace Grey, which is otherwise known as the launch spec. In essence, that is one of my dream cars. Thank you. With the lovely Aston Martin DBS doing a little cameo there, we'll continue for our cheese. Let's make this final left turn here. Back to third. Let's go. I'm not sure if the camera picked it up just now, but the cheese farm that I was going to is, well, it's a Dutch name obviously. It's called Mildershoofd. I'll put that somewhere on the screen. But they just make great cheeses. They have a great variety. They're lovely people too, and I'm just a big fan. So, plus supporting the fact that you do genuinely support your local farmers, you get to have some great cheese, which is like a win-win combination. And the sign of the colored cow means we've arrived. Hope they're open, actually. They are open. Nice. So let me just throw this in a non-existent parking space here. That's sort of okay. Allow me to get some cheese, and I will see you in, well, a couple seconds for you really, whenever I've gotten my cheese. I've gotten my cheese. Now I didn't really want to film in the shop itself because, well, obviously they're very hardworking people because they're farmers and farmers are very hardworking people. So I wanted to respect their privacy, obviously, but here's what I got. Normal cheese. And I said they made some great cheese, and I did not, that was not an exaggeration. Pesto cheese. Some cheese with the label off, but this has got honey in it. And some onion and garlic cheese. I got 4 pieces of cheese. As we're now leaving the little cheese farm, I suppose that's it for this video. We've done everything I've wanted to do. I've got my cheese, I've introduced myself, I've introduced the channel, and I've introduced my little fort. If you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. If you've liked the video, let me know in some kind of way, shape or form. And I will see you next time in, might be Germany, but it might be someplace else too, because I haven't really decided yet. See you next time. Bye cows.